Hi everyone! Recently I did a video where I talk about my favorite books of all time, and this time I've decided to do the video where I talk about my favorite books, but which are not my favorite books of all time. Those are just 4 or 5 star reads that I really like and that are stuck with me since then, but I can't really say that they're my favorite books of all time, so yeah. And they are not in any particular order, so I'm just going to go through them how they are on my list in my little book. I'm not going to go much into details about each book because the video will be very long, and I'm going to talk about 10 books today, so I don't want the video to be way too long, so I'm just going to give you just brief information and that's it. So the first book on my list is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I read this book a while ago, like several years ago. I don't know how to explain this book without spoilers, but I'm pretty sure you know what it is about. So this book was really like dark, but at the same time the writing style was really beautiful. All the descriptions, all the comparisons, everything was really beautiful in this book, and it was not really magical, but it was really good, and I wanted to keep reading the book because it was that good. And I think I gave it 4 stars. Book number 2 on my list is a series of books, and that is middle grade series. It is called The Secret Diaries of Phyllis Moore, and they are by an Italian author. It is supposed to be like by Ulysses Moore, but in fact they are by Pier Domenico Bacalario. Sorry if I said that wrong. And I think it consists of 12 books in the series, but there are 15 now. I've read only 12 because I didn't want to continue on because it goes with different characters and a bit of a different storyline. But the series is really fun. The books are shorter and they have really nice pictures in them. It's like an adventure mystery type thing for maybe children, but I like such things. The pictures helped a lot to the story. It's set in a house in Cornwall. It was about 3 children which are like investigating things that are happening, and yeah, it's just so much fun. I really recommend this series. Number 3 on my list is the Infernal Devices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. I read them all and I really liked them. I never read the Mortal Instruments series, but I'm planning to read them. But this trilogy, it is set in the past. I think it's the 19th century in England, and I loved it. I love books that's set at that time and in England. And it was about, well, Shadowhunter's world, if you don't know. I almost gave it 5 stars, but in the end I decided not to, so it was like a 4-star read. But at some point I'm going to reread the series because it's that good. The next book is The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas by John Boyne. I don't know, I was reading it and I was enjoying it a lot, and then in the end I gave this book, I think it was 3 stars or 4 stars, I can't remember. And then after several months I felt like this book was stuck with me and I wanted to reread it. It is so cute. I was really shocked with the ending though. I was honestly shocked. I can't remember if I cried in this book, but definitely there were quite a few emotions. And this book is also set, I think, within the period of the World War II. The next book is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. He's one of my favorite authors, and that's the first book that I read by him, and I really liked it. It was so beautiful. It was like slow going, but at the same time I really liked the main character, his father, and just everything, how the story went, how it was evolving, how he was investigating about this author. It is a Spanish book, and I think it is set in the 20th century in Barcelona. And I actually gave that book 5 stars because it was that amazing and I loved it, and I'm planning to reread it. The next one is another middle grade or children's book, but that is, the name of this book is Secret by pseudonymous Bunch or something like that. I read this book a while ago and I read it in an American edition, and I want to continue on with the series. There are 5 books in the series, but I never managed to buy the rest of the series, so my plan for the future is to reread the first book and then to get the second, the third, the fourth and the fifth books from the series in the American edition, because they are just gorgeous and I like the pictures of them, the covers are gorgeous. Yeah, so it's, again, I can't really remember what this book is about, but it felt like another mystery investigating type thing where the main character is a girl, probably. I loved it. It was amazing. And again, I gave that book 4 stars, but then several months later, I felt like it is probably worth 5 stars. And that, considering it's stuck with me since then, I feel like it could be a 5-star book for me. The next one on the list is Marina by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Again, this author. This book was, I think it is one of his favorite books of his own books, and I understand why. It was creepy from time to time. I liked the main character, 2 main characters, and the father of Marina. He was really, really cute and so kind. I loved him. He was one of my favorite characters ever. I don't know if I can tell you what it is about without really spoiling it. I just loved it and I'm planning to reread it again at some point. The next book is by another Spanish author, and I don't know, to be honest, the name in English. I know only the name in Russian, but I'll try to just, you know, translate it how it would sound in English in my mind. It will be Without the Return Address, and the author is Santiago Perez. I am sorry, but this book, I didn't expect to love it as much as I did, and I gave that book 5 stars. It was basically about this journalist, I think he was, or working in a publishing house or something like that, and there was a book which each book from the series would go like each year or something like that, and then this year nothing has come yet, and so this man is sent to find the author of the book and try to ask him to write another book, and what's the problem, where he's gone and things like that. And he goes to this nice village. I loved this book. It was so beautiful. The life in that village was really, really interesting and just cute and just perfect. I loved it so much. The next book is The Martian by Andy Weir. This book was hilarious at some points. I didn't expect to laugh at this book as much. It's basically about a man who's left on Mars on a mission. It is about him surviving it. That was hilarious at some points, and I really liked his thinking, how he managed to do the things to survive, how he was creative and smart, and how he was very optimistic. He didn't give up, anything like it. It was very interesting. And again, at some point I will probably reread it. And the last book that I want to talk about is Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. I read this book a while ago, again several years ago, but I really liked the concept of this book. It is set on the island where the man is trying to survive for 28 years or something like that, and I loved how the things that he did to survive, how he didn't give up either. Those 2 books are like the same vibe type thing. The beginning was a bit slow, but then when it came to actually living on the island, it was just so interesting for me. These are more of my favorite books, and it was a bit difficult to narrow them down to 10. Please leave in the comments down below if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them. I would be really interested in knowing that. And thank you for watching. Bye!